Guys, welcome back to Let's Talk with Sistership Heals. My name's Leanne, spiritual life coach, energy healer and psychic medium. So it's that time of year where the veil thins, where you can actually really feel your ancestors beside you, whispering through nature, in your dreams, and just in the stillness of life when you take a break. And that is Halloween. Halloween is one of the oldest spiritual celebrations on earth that many people celebrate. And I thought it would be good to do a video on this. Long before the costumes and the candy, this was a time of year about honouring the dead, honouring our ancestors, celebrating the harvest, acknowledging the sacred cycle of life, death and rebirth here. It was a time to say thank you to the ancestors, to the earth, and the lessons of the year that's gone by, a time to release, to reflect and to listen, very much to listen, so you can feel their connection and any advice, any insights that come through. But somewhere along the way, we were taught to fear this season, to see darkness as something to run from instead of actually understanding it here, to think of witchcraft as something evil instead of remembering what it truly was. And still is at its core a form of connection and healing and reverence of the natural world. So today I wanted us to talk about reclaiming that magic and going, stepping beyond the fear of witchcraft and of Halloween, because in truth, witchcraft is, or being a witch isn't about spells or putting, overpowering someone. It's about the power within you here. It's about living in rhythm with the moon, listening to the whispers of your intuition, trusting your intuition, and remembering that you are part of creation itself. The word witch actually means wise woman. She was a healer. She was the midwife. She was the herbalist, the one that people went to in the village, that needed guidance, medicine, and connection with nature here. But during the rise of patriarchal, I can't even pronounce that word properly, and religious control, these women were prosecuted here. The church labelled them dangerous. Even though they weren't evil, they labelled them dangerous. And that was because they were powerful women. They practiced natural medicine, trusted in their intuition here, and they didn't rely on external authority to connect with the divine. They didn't rely on the churches or, any sort of religion to connect with the divine. They had their own way of doing things here, and that terrified the system. Absolutely terrified the system. You see, the control systems, the government, the churches, and this, society structures here, they couldn't control someone who didn't necessarily need them. They very much want us to rely on their way of doing things here. So they rewrote the story. They branded wisdom as witchcraft, intuition as a sense of insanity, using your feminine energy as something that's weak. They made magic seem demonic because it made us powerful people. And for generations that stuck. It stays stuck within us. Generation after generation, we are taught to dim our light, to silence our intuition and fear our own connection with the divine here. Even today, many spiritual people feel the pull towards their old ways, towards using herbs, towards energy, towards, moon rituals and things like that, but they hesitate. And why do they hesitate? Because of that connotation. They worry what other people are going to think. Some people will say that they're spiritual, but I'm not a witch. It's looking at that balance and that misconceptions, and certain people don't want the titles because of how it's been portrayed in society here. But what if the witch wasn't evil? What if she was simply free? Freedom from control, freedom from needing permission to be herself, to create, to heal, to just be who she is without any titles. Witchcraft, like I said, real witchcraft isn't about spells or manipulation. It's about remembering the wisdom of your ancestors, remembering the connection your connection with nature here. It's about remembering that your body, your energy, your intuition are all sacred tools of the creation here. Something that everybody has within inside them. It's about untapping that, almost like untapped potential in a sense. When you honor your cycle, when you're, I talk to plants. I was saying to my brother not so long ago that I talk to my plants and everything, and he thinks I'm crazy. But it's one of the things that I do. I speak to them and see how their evening went after I went to bed. When you do these sorts of things, when you speak gratitude into water, you are practicing magic here. When you protect your energy and trust your intuition, you are, and creating with intention, you are creating magic as well. It all comes together. So the truth is, society still fears people of empowerment, those who think freely, those that love openly, those that live by their intuition here. And this is something that, all because they can't control someone who remembers who they are. So this Halloween, don't look past the witches' costumes when you see the kids dress up in witch costumes, or if you're going to a fancy dress party and things like that. See the reflection of the power that was buried but never lost. Reclaim the magic, reclaim your voice, reclaim your intuition, the right to use your intuition here. Be the wise woman, be the shaman, be the healer, the creator, and the person that connects with their ancestors. Your ancestors very much want you to connect with this energy here and start healing yourself and being part of the light workers, or you don't even have to think that far ahead, but just for your own understanding, for you to live in your own authenticity here, because the world doesn't need fewer witches or fewer shamans. It needs more people awoken to the truth of who they actually really are here. A reflection. Let's do a reflection together now. So if it's safe to do so, close your eyes and just take some nice deep breaths. Just settle in your surroundings. And feel the warmth, the stillness, and the quiet knowing that you're not alone. Just feel the presence around you. Your ancestors are near, not to frighten you, but to guide you, to remind you that you carry their light, their wisdom, and their strength. And I just want you to say aloud, I honour those who walked before me. I release fear and invite truth. I walk with love, gratitude, and light. And just sit in this energy for a moment. See how your body feels. See if your surroundings feel different. Are you given any words, colours, visions. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So that is magic. That is witchcraft. That is healing. If you like to go deeper into this energy, I've actually left a ritual in the comment section for you to do. You can do it tonight, or you may choose to do it on the night of Halloween. It's up to you, but it's something there for you to do if you want to go a bit deeper into this energy work for yourself. So this season, it's about remembering that the darkness isn't something to fear here. It's the soil that allows you to grow, allows your light to grow. You are not meant to shrink to make other people feel comfortable. You are meant to shine. The divine wants you to shine here. And it's shining in your own creativity, in your own worth, with the things that align with you. So if you align with this, don't allow fear to hold you back here. Be creative, be grateful, be bold in your truth, and let that inner witch, that inner healer, the inner creator come home. Let me know how you get on. And if this message, if this video resonated with you, and also in regards to the ritual, how the ritual came about, how you felt doing it, and afterwards, if there was any insights, or maybe keep a dream journal as well and see how your dreams are for the next few nights after doing the ritual. But have a lovely Halloween season, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.